So there's some new revelations involving the Mueller probe into the Trump campaign and people around Trump. Now, this happened a while ago. According to a new report in the Wall Street Journal, Jared Kushner almost had to step down because of this investigation. That's very interesting. In fact, several of President Trump's lawyers had advised Kushner to step down over potential legal complications last summer with the Mueller investigation stemming from Kushner's own lack of transparency about his numerous meetings with different foreign officials. Now, sources familiar with the matter told the Journal that some of Trump's lawyers were concerned about Kushner, who had several meetings with Russian officials during the 2016 presidential campaign and had brought those concerns to Trump himself. In fact, press aides to Trump's legal team allegedly even went as far as to draft a statement explaining why Kushner was leaving the White House. So that's very, very interesting. So they went very far. Like, okay, we think Kushner's going to leave. So what we're going to do is we're going to draft a letter explaining why he left. Now, what are they going to blame it on? They said the statement meant to be issued by Kushner blamed a toxic political environment for turning Kushner's meeting with a Russian lawyer during the 2016 campaign into attack on Trump. Now, we know that meeting. I've talked about that meeting plenty of times. Now, this was the same meeting attended by Donald Trump Jr. and former campaign manager Paul Manafort. Now, that was an attempt to get dirt on Hillary Clinton. Everybody knew that. The lawyers knew that. Donald Trump Jr. knew that. And Jared Kushner allegedly knew that. So, and like I said, the lawyers knew that, and they were very, very concerned about the implications in this meeting, right? Now, as they should be, because this meeting was very, very bad. Again, that's the same meeting in which they were told that this lawyer had potentially damaging information about Hillary Clinton. It's also where Donald Jr. famously said, "If it's what you say, I love it." Now, of course, the big question for the Mueller investigation is, did they actually get anything out of that meeting, which would include information? Did they get that information? We don't know. That's what the investigation is about. But we do know that there were some lies about it. In fact, Donald Trump Jr. lied about it several times. Now, first he was like, oh, we're meeting about adoption and we're doing this, but we wasn't interested in the adoption. We're actually interested in Hillary Clinton. And now we're interested in seeing whether Hillary Clinton is fit from office. That's the newest excuse. Oh, but we thought that we could find medical information on Hillary Clinton to make sure she was fit for office. Yeah, okay. I'm sure they were very, very concerned about Hillary Clinton's health. Oh, yes. No. What they wanted to do is they wanted to find something to use as an attack. Now, if it was about Hillary Clinton's health, then it's not because they were very, very concerned. They didn't want to put Hillary Clinton through too much stress to cause another episode. No, they're like, let's attack her. And look, they also wanted to use any other possible information as an attack. And look, that's actually fine. That's opposition research. Okay? You can go super dirty. You can go super negative in your campaigning. That's fine. Hillary Clinton did the same thing. She went super negative against Bernie Sanders, smearing him all day to the left and the right, right? But look, the thing is that you can't get opposition research from a foreign government or a foreign entity. You know why? Because that's a clear violation of campaign finance law. You're not supposed to get any sort of campaign funding from any outside source. But wait a minute, this is information. Information has a price tag attached to it, and especially if it's opposition research. That is considered a campaign contribution. Not only that, but it also would be a good example of collusion. So now, if Kushner was in so much trouble, or possible trouble, the lawyers were very, very worried. How come he did not step down at that time? Well, that's another interesting question. Turns out that not all of the lawyers agreed with this assessment. In fact, the head of Trump's legal team, John Dowd, told the Journal, quote, "I don't agree with that view at all. I thought it was absurd. I've made my views known." Okay. Now, Trump, of course, reportedly also held the same view, as he thinks the entire Mueller investigation is nonsense. He has said, there's nothing more than a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. They're after me. and they're after Kushner. So I don't believe it at all. I don't believe this at all. If he is to believed, or if he is to be believed, then he didn't make a deal. So he's like, why would I ask Kushner to step down? Okay. So one source told the newspaper that the president thought Kushner had done nothing wrong and had no reason to step down, so that's why he didn't. Trump's lawyers were also worried that Kushner may create legal problems for others in the White House by discussing the Russia investigation with other aides or Trump without a lawyer present. That, of course, is a bad idea and is a rightful concern. However, I think that concern is, well, I'd be more concerned about Trump in that regard because the guy can't shut up. There were other reports where he kept trying to call Paul Manafort. And they're like, no, you can't call him Paul Manafort. He's under investigation. You can't do that. But I just want to talk to him. You can't talk to him. Stop trying to call him. Okay? So, again, I would be very worried about Trump talking to other people because we have documented proof that he tried. Not so much with Kushner, right? And it's because Trump doesn't understand discretion and probably doesn't even understand the implications of this investigation, which could be very, very serious on his presidency. That's assuming Mueller finds something. Now, personally, I do believe there is something, but of course, I don't have proof. I've been very open about that. Everything that I've seen is circumstantial evidence at best, and like I said, I'm not going to lie to you about that. Okay, there's a possibility that Trump doesn't get in trouble for anything. It's definitely a possibility. Now, I could be wrong. Either way, I'm going to report it factually and honestly. But this Kushner revelation is actually very, very interesting, as it does kind of show that there are people in the White House that are actually very concerned about this investigation, as they should be, which suggests to me, at least personally, and you can disagree or agree, but I do believe that they will find something, and whatever they find will be somewhat disastrous. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.